Hello everyone, I'm glad you're here with me again. I have this time a theme suggested by Arthur, and it's about eating meat and how I see it from a spiritual point of view. Thank you, Arthur, for the comment. First of all, I would like to disclaim that I'm sharing here only my opinion. It is not based on theories of governmental science or on religious or cult spirituality. It is based merely upon my personal observation. I know that there are many religions that worship cows and beasts. Some of them do that in order to show peacefulness and harmlessness while having no problem to kill human beings. And some other religions or spiritual approaches who are actually predators who worship them, but actually by that worship or by their rituals, they only set them as targets in order to prey upon, in order to detect and to prey upon, whether it is burning them in rituals or barbecue parties or slaughter, just for the name of sacrifice. And this goes back to biblical stories, like the stories about the Israelites abandoning Moses, worshipping the beast or the golden calf. So this thing goes back to ancient civilizations in Egypt and in India. We can see such symbols until today in the Hindu culture, in the Jewish culture, in the Islamic culture, and even in satanic culture. So the so-called mark of the beast is an ancient theme, and it's not only relevant to the Abrahamic religions. Anyway, regardless of all that, I myself do not eat meat, and have not eaten meat for almost 10 years now. But this is a personal choice that has not to do with cult's morality or ethics, how they are defined by the virtue signaling hypocrites, but rather with my needs and my observation. I say this because I met such people who think they are better and wiser than creation. So they would say things like, "Why does life have to eat life? Why does the lion have to eat the deer?" As if they are more moral and ethical than existence, and as if they would have created the universe differently if they were in charge. I fully acknowledge the existence of unconditional love, running this existence with inconceivable wisdom. And when I observe nature, I see animals eat the meat of other animals. This tells me that there's nothing immoral or unethical or unspiritual about eating meat. It is totally normal in nature, and there is no reason to pretend that we are wiser than nature. So we need to coach nature how it can improve itself. Give me a break. On the other hand, we also need to remember that there is no hyenas keeping the buffalo in lockdown, injecting them with chemical substances, and whenever they want, they can just simply take a buffalo's son or a buffalo's wife or husband and slaughter them in front of their eyes. The cause and effect here might be invisible to some, but to me, they are obvious because by causing pain to such conscious beings, not only that one would be eating the chemicals in their flesh, but also think about the amount of fear hormones that would be flooding the prey's meat in the moment of slaughter. This fear will be eaten by the human and will become part of him. If you think that spirit doesn't manifest, just have a sexual thought and see what happens to your biology. Also, fear is spiritual. And just like any other spiritual trait, it manifests in the flesh and in the matter. This whole lifestyle of lockdown, this state of helplessness, absence of rights, their body doesn't belong to them, but rather to the owner. He can slaughter them whenever he wants. All this state of being is being channeled to the flesh that people eat. You're not eating animals that run free, making free choices, dedicating all their senses to survival and freedom and life. You are eating a helpless slave who's being tied while slaughtered. And this is what those who eat such meat become: fearful, helpless, confused, enslaved. If feeding on animals would have been based upon gratitude and acknowledgement of unconditional love and honoring the life that gives its existence to be part of mine, I might haven't stopped to eat meat. But a human civilization has its financial profit above life, above freedom, above sovereignty and above transcendence. And not only they do it to animals for financial profit, they do it also to human beings. So when we talk about the beast, in biblical terminology, we're not talking only about animals here. Those predators pollute the water in order to sell you mineral water and soft drinks in bottles. They filter your air by forcing you to buy masks. And sometimes they force you to buy their medicine that you do not need. And all that is being consumed by the masses without question. Of course, without question. After all, they have lost their ability of judgment after eating so much fear and slavery and confusion. Now, I have not eaten animals for 10 years now. However, though I don't eat animals, my focus is sharp. My fears are not dictating my judgment. I live free and sovereign, financially and emotionally, and my biological health is so stable that I function with determination and decisiveness physically and mentally. Now, this is based upon my personal observation. But people who don't eat meat for religious reasons or for indoctrination might not share the same experience that I'm talking about here, because religious beliefs and indoctrination might block their personal observation and override their perception and judgment. And this is only my take on the subject. I hope I could inspire. Thank you, Arthur, for the comment. Thank you, everyone, for staying with me. I'm Shredy Jabarin. Ciao.